Oh yeah, sexy biscuits. Nice.
Lawnboys goes 1975. A YouTuber's on the rise. Reviewing games late at night and sometimes friends. But Lawnboys goes 1975.
Hey YouTube, Lawnboys Post 1975. It's the 24th of December. It's Christmas Eve. This technically is my favourite day of Christmas, my favourite day of the year. It's currently about 10 to 7 and I've just got back from work. And there's only one Christmas tradition left for me to do, which I'm not going to do in this video, even though I did it last year, which is read the Christmas Beano. Which, even though the Beano has changed beyond all recognition of why I fell in love with it as a comic, it's still a really strong tradition. And this year I've saved it right up to Christmas Eve because my strongest, fondest memories of reading the Christmas Beano were the times that it did come out on Christmas Eve and just made it that more exciting and special a night. Now, you've probably just read the title, or hopefully you've just read the title. Is Christmas still as important to you as an adult, or do you enjoy it as much as an adult as you do a child, or is it just a complete fat disappointing, you know, stinker? And that question's a little bit more than the obvious, which is if you're a parent now, obviously vicariously you get to relive those wonderful warm Christmas memories, which obviously I don't, through your children. I'm talking about, do you still hold it within your heart? Is it still a wonderful time of year? Or does it just make you cynical and think it's all about flogging shit these days? Because I fell in love with Christmas as a kid. You know, some of my gaming memories I've talked about at Christmas was some of the first, you know, expensive Spectrum games I got for Christmas. My gran used to buy me a Spectrum game. My mum used to put one in my stocking, and you know, that was my first, you know, system or computer, and they were just wonderful, wonderful memories. And then, as I said before, I've told this story before, my Sega Master System came at Christmas. I saved up for half, bought it second hand, my parents put in the rest, they let me have a sneak peek play of it. Came with 4 games, Hang On, Wonder Boy, Afterburner, and nope, it came with 3, Snail Maze, but that doesn't count because it was built in, and that was an absolutely fucking phenomenal Christmas, and one of my favourite Christmas, you know. And I think the next year, my gran gave me My Hero, you know, kind of the cutesy vigilante, well, not clone, did it come out before? Side-scroll, Kung Fu clone, if you will. And that was a pretty great Christmas. I have so many fond memories when I got my Mega Drive, which I didn't get for Christmas because I bought that entirely myself, but I got a DJ Boy for Christmas, and that was an absolutely fantastic Christmas. I played that from getting up at like 6 right to noon, had Christmas dinner, went straight back to it, played it up, you know, right to when I went to bed. For, well, Boxing Day, but Boxing Day is a non-event, isn't it? By the way, people, Boxing Day, I'm pretty sure we all know what it's called, Boxing Day. Used to associate it with boxing as a kid, but it's obviously, they used to put boxes on churches, didn't they, for people to put donations into for the poor and for charities. Lost already. Oh, I got Mercs on my Japanese Mega Drive for Christmas one year. I adored that, played that all day, you know, pausing only briefly slightly for lunch. Had some wonderful memories of getting, you know, a whole bunch of Transformers, like when I first got Optimus Prime in 1984. That was a pretty fucking fantastic Christmas one. It still holds dear to me. And even though it was outside of what was on TV, it was, you know, presents have always been just a part of Christmas. You know, when I got my Star Wars toys, brilliant, but it was also the thrill of opening his Santa sacks. We used to have, you know, plastic sacks then. I still have mine with my name written on it when I could hardly write, you know, in really bad, like, permanent marker, and it was like a cellophane, you know, or rubbish bag or garbage bag. And then I'd have a Christmas stocking, and I remember I used to get in Star Wars figures. My mum used to put elastic band around them so she could stick it in the stocking, and things like wrist racers and little goofy toys from the 80s. But you know, that waking up early and your parents, you know, open the door and telling you, no, not yet, it's too early, go back to bed, and you just laid there and you couldn't, you know, you talk to your brothers and you'd be like, should I, you know, can we be really quiet and just use the other light, like torches and shit, and just try and sneak open one present, which we never did. And then there's the spoilers of Christmas, but they're still part of your childhood memories, which is sorry people, there is a Santa Claus. This is just my warped little world where we always tried to find where our parents would hide our presents. Why would you want to do that as an adult now who's kind of in love with the myth of my childhood Christmas? Why did we do that? I remember one year, my mum still denies this, we walked into her bedroom and the drawer was pulled out of the dresser and all the presents were behind it, so we had a sneak peek and like, holy shit, I got, Sideswipe and Starscream, amazing. Another year we worked out that they were on top of the empty suitcases on top of the wardrobes in their room, and we waited for them to go out, and the babysitter would be downstairs who just kind of liked to watch TV and knit, so we crept upstairs really quietly and fiddled through these things, had a quick look, and then shoved them back in. But the year I think they were most upset was where my older brother Jason found the spare key, the key to the spare room that they just assumed was locked. Later on it was the box room, became my one of my childhood bedrooms when I just didn't want to share a room with my twin because, not that there's anything wrong with that, so I'm refreshing myself with the Christmas spirit. But, there at some point everyone wants to kind of have their own room. I played my Master System in that room, I bought my colour portable TV, my Mega Drive, and my fondest memories were, because it just had a mattress on the floor because it's such a small room, having told him it's a Street Fighter 2 on the Super Famicom, the one I imported for 75 quid, but originally it was just a spare box room, and my brother, again with the babysitter, seriously parents, you needed to find more trustworthy or adventurous or just detective, or policing babysitters, I should say, that whole sentence got away from me. And yeah, so we had a quick rummage around, and then I think maybe the babysitter was I was going to say dead, asleep, and our parents caught us single-handedly sat there. We didn't open them, but just staring at our presents. They were pretty kind of annoyed. I don't know if upset is too strong a descriptive term, but pretty, annoyed at that moment. And then, you become older, and, it becomes less and less, also, I've got to quickly mention, amazing moments at Christmas as a kid were always things when they would always pull out big guns for TV, and being someone who loves Back to the Future is the greatest movie ever. I remember it was so wonderful the first year it was on TV, but it was also the first year that Empire Strikes Back was on TV, and they were on opposing channels, and obviously we only had one video recorder, Betamax, but my auntie Sheila, who had since then moved from being our neighbour, which would have been even more convenient, way down the road. This makes us sound like such a selfish family. Possibly it was just me, kids I mean, because it was me who wanted to have Back to the Future slightly more, but also wanted a copy of, Empire Strikes Back. When you used to watch it on the TV and you used to pause it for the commercials and then record when it started again? Obviously we didn't get that for Empire Strikes Back. I sat there lovingly recording Back to the Future on this Betamax and going, stop! 1, 2, it's coming in, it's coming in, it's coming in, play! Did that for loads of stuff, Raiders of the Lost Ark, stuff like that. Temple of Doom, that was originally a Christmas movie. And yeah, so my poor mum, because we so wanted both these movies, drove 15 miles down the road to my auntie Sheila's house, just so, because they weren't going to record any of this, she could record the movie on the opposing or opposite channel, I should say. But TV was always a big part, not like it is now where we just sit in front of it like a goggle box, but it was always a big part of Christmas as well. And also when you used to get the magazines like the TV Times or the Radio Times, or in the States, I guess in Canada, TV Guide, and you'd be off school from the 18th in this country till afterwards, and that was always big TV days, and you used to sit there and chunky marker and circle everything that was going to be on TV and plan out your whole viewing thing. It was just wonderful and magic, and Christmas dinner was amazing, and you're almost disappointed to get to Boxing Day. And now as an adult it just seems to be a chore, something it's like a list of processes, unless it's for your kids, that you have to go through. Don't get me wrong, I love receiving presents, but as an adult now it's become far more on the build-up. I love the build-up at Christmas. I start watching Christmas movies and Christmas, things like Charlie Brown Christmas Special from the end of October, because I just want to extend this wonderful magical period that still makes me excited as a child, knowing full well it will be a disappointment. Not because I don't like presents, not because I don't like the food and everything and the whole emotion and theatre and just magic of it, but because as an adult it will never quite again be as it was when you were a kid. But do you still enjoy it? Are you like me, that you're an eternal optimist when it comes to Christmas? You just like doing these things, or is it basically just a list of things to go through now? And is it a chore? I'd love to know what you think, and I'd also like you to tell me some of your fondest Christmas memories. Not necessarily gaming, just toys or whatever, or TV moments, just family moments. Moments where you didn't think a family member was going to make it because it was snowing or shit like that, or delayed flights, and they got there, and it just made Christmas that much more better family moment. Because I think so many people forget that it's about family more so than everything now, because stores shove it down our throats. It's, well, from their perspective, it's all about making money. By the way, quick random note, if you ever noticed that people are absolute dicks to people who work in retail at Christmas, like absolute dicks. If you work in retail at Christmas, I tilt my hat to you have much love, respect from me, and to all of you, I'd like to wish you a very Merry Christmas. To you people out there who are dicks to people in retail, you don't have this product. May not be their fault. Don't take it out on them. Take it out on the store, who are in pursuit of this perfect Christmas because you want this wonderful, warm family moment with, your friends and your family. Yet that's completely wasted on you when you're in pursuit of this perfect Christmas, and you're a dick to everyone in retail. You're rude, you're aggressive, you're offensive, sometimes you're even intimidating. To all of you, I say, Merry fuck you. Anyway, sorry, where did that come from? But yeah, and I also want to touch upon quickly that it's the end of another year for me on YouTube. It's been another fantastic year, not for subs, but for making friends, because it's never about the subs, I've made some absolutely amazing friends that, I didn't really know at the start of the year, and I've been involved in some, new podcasts, such as, Slamcast and the Untitled Movie Show, the Christmas special tonight, people. And it's been a wonderful year, and full of many great memories in social media. That sounds a bit odd, and I just want to wish everyone who's watching this, and anyone who stumbles across this, question in the title aside, I want to wish you an absolutely amazing Christmas with your friends and your family, and I hope you're all safe, and I hope it just puts a big fat smile on your face and you get that little glimpse of being a child again. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. I'll see you later.